Welcome to another live stream about coffee. Now, today I'm doing a little bit of in two-way, like in a portrait mode. For the reason behind is that when I'm trying to tilt my camera to the landscape mode, which is normally I should have done, it kind of blurred out that option, and then now I am obliged to do it in a portrait mode. So apologies for that, but I think the information should be interesting to you. Now, like I said yesterday, which is that this idea of live stream is not talking about photography, because in my room I have all the things about photography, my laptop, my one of those Wacom tab on top, like next to you have the film scanner and all the films. No, this one is more about coffee. Essentially, the idea is to explore the new world of coffee, and especially because I've been working in this industry forever, so a part of my life. So I thought maybe I could talk about it. I mean, I just do work. This is my career, but why not just keep a little bit that I know into the world of YouTube, at least into the world of internet, for that matter. So today's topic is more about not the technicality part, more about one specific fact that coffee is the second most consumed product in the world. That is big. So first one is petrol. So petrol is obvious because the world runs on petrol. The world economy runs on petrol. So without petrol, or when I say petrol, I'm talking about the fuel in general, that thing that burns to create energy to run the economy of the planet, our life, basically, everything around you. Okay, there's a renewable energy coming up, but that's another topic. But at this very moment, if we just take the whole energy sector off, especially the fuel, that's it. I mean, we are back to the Stone Age for now. Now, next thing after that product is coffee. So you might be asking yourself that there's a lot more other thing that I can think of from the top of my head, other than coffee, to take the second place. Why this liquid full of caffeine? It's the most important thing. Yes, the coffee is the second most consumed product after petrol. So this is why there is a problem, especially what I faced in my life, which is every time I have a client at my coffee shop, um, it's almost like they know coffee, because we grew up with coffee. We grew up. Coffee was never a drink to just to enjoy. It's more like you wake up in the morning, you press the button, they have a mug of coffee. When you were a kid, you will be with your parents or your grandparents. When you're visiting your families, your relatives, it will be with your cousins, with your uncles and aunties. I mean, it's more about connecting the families and friends together, never about the mug or a cup of coffee in your hand. So by default, we are used to drink basically a coffee, same kind of coffee from available in the supermarket, and was not really a something that integrated or taken as a drink with quality, even though that exists, but that was not our first priority. And same thing about tea in UK or in India or in Bangladesh. Tea was, for example, not a drink that is taken as a quality coffee drink, just like wine or like a nice glass of whiskey. It's more about a drink that we talking to each other. We just keep sipping it like that. Now, that means that when you come to my job, like as a barista of a specialty coffee world, when you see a pack of coffee cost, €9 to 15 to €20 for 250 grams, they ask questions so that why would I do that? Why would I pay a small tiny amount of 250 grams of coffee for even €9, where a kilo of coffee in the supermarket is written big block Arabica coffee or bio and high quality Labaza or Segafredo or Ili, all that, for half of the price or even less. Why would I do that? Thing is, um, it's not about just the product itself. It's more about it's more about um, the quality of it. Because, for example, my boss, my superior, he's the one that roasts the coffee. He has to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning just to turn on his coffee roaster, and then he's continue to roast for till 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Then by hand, each grain is being checked in while he's roasting. Literally, almost each grain, each grain is bean, and then one is done, you manually put them in a container. Then my job is to go to the room with precising each and every single bean perfectly into the bag. We have to print it. Basically, the ecosystem from beginning to the end, it's us. And before that, when we import each kilo of coffee from Africa, especially from Ethiopia, from Kenya, from Salvador, or from Kenya, um, we invest a good 2 to 3 kilo of good quality coffee, cupping it, meaning that you need to test them. We need to test them before no, before actually put them in the shelf. That means that we need to know what it is. Is it a good quality? Maybe sometime the coffee from this year can be different than same coffee from the same area next year, because the global climate change, um, maybe the farmers there was not good enough, because of the physical reason, because of the lack of personnel. So it's a human thing, and we all test them. We all, learn to try to understand that this coffee that we are about to roast and put them into the itself, it's good, right? Um, so that's why I think that that the coffee costs a lot more, not just in our place, but I'm talking about at each single coffee shop specialized in specialty coffee, because it's a lot of work with passion. With our philosophy is to provide you a beautiful cup of coffee in your hand, and you're not just gonna go there for just a drink and pay a big money. You there for a good experience. You'll be there for to learn something out of it. At the end of the day, that's all our job, just to tell you that coffee is not just a drink that we used to wake up in the morning and just press the button and drink it. It's more than that. It's way more than that. The world is huge. And by doing so, you're actually trying to promote good coffee, and that will encourage us as a coffee roaster, and to the farmer who works hard to produce better coffee for everybody. So at least uh, this comes back to one of those arguments, which is um, that today we are consuming too much. We need to reduce consumption. So it's the same principle. You pay more for a good coffee, you consume less coffee, but you consume good coffee. So with that in mind, that's all for today. I wish you all the best. Look after yourself, and I try to come back in future with a better topic for coffee and in the landscape mode, because I'm kind of not liking the portrait mode today. So that's a trial that I've done. I would like a landscape mode. So I'm gonna try to fix it tomorrow or in future. So by the way, before I go, the idea of live stream is not like doing it every single day, but at least I'm going to do let's say 2 or 3 times a week, right? Maybe one day pause in between. So yeah, that's all. Look after yourself, and bye bye.